Listen to me carefully, because what I'm about to tell you might sting a little. Your bank account is not just a number, it's a reflection. A mirror. A brutally honest photograph of your daily habits, your beliefs about money, your discipline, and even your self-respect. You can put on a nice suit, you can smile for the camera, you can make people believe you're doing well, but you cannot hide from your bank account. That balance, that little number staring back at you when you log in, it tells the truth every single time. And here's the part most people don't want to hear. If you want that number to change, you must change. Not your boss. Not the government. Not the economy. You. Because, my friend, until you grow on the inside, nothing will grow on the outside. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're standing in front of a mirror. You don't like what you see. Maybe you wish you were stronger, fitter, healthier. Now tell me, what would you do? Would you start wiping the mirror, thinking it will change your reflection? Of course not. You'd work on yourself, your body, your health, until the mirror shows something different. Your finances work the exact same way. Your bank account is that mirror. And the only way to change the reflection is to change the person standing in front of it. The truth is, money is not the problem. Money is just the scoreboard. The real game is who you are becoming. I remember a conversation I had years ago. A man told me, if you took all the money in the world and divided it equally among everyone, in just a few years it would all find its way back into the hands of the people who had it before. That idea shook me. I asked myself why, and I realized the answer was simple. Money flows to those who are prepared to handle it. Not the ones who hope for it, not the ones who pray for it without action, but the ones who have built themselves into the kind of person who can earn it, keep it, and grow it. So I'll ask you this, are you preparing yourself to deserve more? Or are you just wishing for more? Because wishing is cheap. Preparation is costly. It demands effort. It demands sacrifice. It demands that you become more valuable, more skilled, more disciplined. Some people say, when I have more money, I'll be more disciplined. No, it doesn't work that way. You must be disciplined before the money arrives. Because if you can't manage $100, you'll destroy $1,000. If you can't manage $1,000, you'll lose $10,000. Money doesn't change your habits, it exposes them. Your bank account is simply reporting the choices you've been making for the last 6 months, the last year, the last decade. Every coffee you bought without thinking, every subscription you forgot to cancel, every opportunity you were too afraid to grab, it's all there, recorded in black and white. And here's the real wake-up call, your future bank account is being built today. Right now. Every decision you make in this very moment, what you read, how you spend your time, who you surround yourself with, how you react to challenges, is shaping the number you'll see in that mirror next month, next year, and for the rest of your life. So I'm here to tell you, stop blaming the mirror. Stop blaming the reflection. Instead, work on the person standing in front of it. Because once you change, once your mindset sharpens, once your skills grow, once your habits align with your goals, that reflection will have no choice but to change with you. Picture this for a moment. You wake up tomorrow morning, walk into the bathroom, and instead of seeing your face in the mirror, you see your character. Not your hair. Not your smile. Not your skin. But your habits. Your self-discipline. Your level of responsibility. Your ability to keep promises to others, but most importantly, to yourself. That's exactly what your bank account is doing every single day. It's holding up a mirror, but instead of showing you your face, it's showing you your decisions. And here's the truth, that reflection never lies. Money, by itself, has no personality. It's not good. it's not bad. It's simply a result. It's a measurement of value, and value always comes from the person you become. Let me tell you a little story. A young man once asked a wealthy mentor, "Sir, how can I make more money?" The mentor smiled and replied, "Don't chase money. Chase becoming the kind of person money is attracted to." At first, the young man didn't understand. But over time, he realized, money is like a magnet. And the strength of that magnet is not in your wishes, not in your complaints, but in your skills, your habits, and your mindset. You see, most people spend their lives trying to change the reflection in the mirror without changing themselves. They switch jobs without learning new skills. They start businesses without studying how money works. They hope for a bigger paycheck without building the discipline to manage the paycheck they already have. It's like planting seeds in dry soil and wondering why nothing grows. The problem isn't the seeds, it's the soil. You are the soil. And your mindset, your education, your work ethic, that's the quality of the soil in which your financial seeds will grow. Think about this. If you were given $10,000 right now, would you know exactly how to multiply it, or would it disappear in a few months, leaving you exactly where you started? If your answer is the second one, that's not a money problem, that's a you problem. And that's good news. Because it means you have the power to fix it. Money doesn't just flow to effort, it flows to preparedness. Preparedness means learning how money works. Preparedness means understanding the difference between needs and wants. Preparedness means mastering patience, so you can wait for the right opportunity instead of jumping at the first shiny distraction. Your bank account, right now, is a perfect representation of the systems you've built, or haven't built, around your financial life. If it's healthy, it's because you've been planting, watering, and protecting your seeds. If it's empty, it's simply telling you, you've got more work to do. And here's where many people get it wrong. They take that reflection personally. They get angry. They feel ashamed. They hide from it. But shame changes nothing. Instead of avoiding the mirror, you need to study it. You need to ask yourself, what does this reflection teach me? Where have I been careless? Where can I be more disciplined? What can I learn today that will pay me for the rest of my life? Remember, the bank account doesn't judge, it only reports. It's just feedback. And feedback is a gift, if you have the courage to receive it. So here's the challenge for you. Don't just glance at the reflection, study it. Learn from it. And then, instead of blaming the mirror, start working on the person it's reflecting. Because here's the truth. When you build yourself into a person of value, the reflection must change. And once it does, you'll never look at your bank account the same way again. Here's a truth that will set you free, if you let it. If your bank account is empty, it is not a punishment, it is feedback. It's the universe's way of saying, learn more, serve more, become more. And that's not bad news. That's the best news you'll hear today. Because feedback means you can still change the story. You see, you can't deposit excuses. The bank doesn't take reasons why. You can't cash in on dreams you never acted on. But you can invest in yourself. And that is the starting point of every transformation, you. Imagine a farmer walking into his field in the middle of winter. The ground is hard, the air is cold, and there's nothing growing. He doesn't throw his hands up and say, "This is hopeless." He doesn't blame the land or the weather forever. No, he goes to work. He prepares the soil, he plants the seeds, he waters them, and he protects them. He understands that what he does now determines the harvest later. Your financial life works the same way. Right now might be your winter, cold, empty, and discouraging. But winter is not forever. If you plant in winter, if you prepare in winter, spring will come. And here's the part most people miss. Money will never grow beyond the person who owns it. If you stay the same, your money will stay the same, or even worse, it will shrink. But if you grow, your money has no choice but to grow with you. Transformation begins when you shift your focus from chasing money to chasing the person you must become to deserve money. Because money is attracted to discipline, the ability to say no to what doesn't serve your goals. Value creation, offering skills, services, or solutions people are willing to pay for. Persistence, getting back up one more time than you fall down. Wisdom, knowing when to take action and when to wait. Now, let me give you a little picture of this. There are two people walking down the same street. Both see an opportunity, a business, a job, an investment. One walks past, saying, "It's too risky." The other stops, studies it, and says, "I've been preparing for this. I'm ready." The difference between them is not luck, it's preparation. And preparation is the child of transformation. So, if you want to change your financial reflection, here's what you must do starting today. Educate yourself daily. Read one page, listen to one podcast, take one step that increases your knowledge about money and value. Audit your habits. Every coin you spend is a vote for the future you're building or not building. Surround yourself with builders. The people around you are either raising your standards or lowering them. Take consistent action. Not once a month, not once a week, every single day. And let me remind you, transformation is not instant. Just as you can't plant an apple seed today and eat apples tomorrow, you can't expect financial growth overnight. But here's the beautiful thing. Once you start, even the smallest improvements compound. One better choice today makes the next choice easier, and soon your reflection begins to shift before your eyes. And one day, you'll log into your bank account, and instead of feeling frustration, you'll feel pride. Not because of the number itself, but because of the person you became to create that number. A person who learned, who grew, who refused to settle. So, don't just stare at the mirror and wish for a new reflection. Step into the workshop of life and build that reflection, piece by piece, habit by habit, choice by choice. Because the moment you transform yourself, your bank account will have no choice but to transform with you. Before we part ways today, I want you to pause and look in your own mirror. Not the one in your bathroom. Not even your bank account right now. But the mirror in your mind, the one that reflects who you are becoming. You've just spent these last minutes listening to truths most people never hear, or worse, they hear them, nod, and then walk away unchanged. But I'm asking you, don't be that person. Because nothing changes until you decide it must. If you're here right now, if you've stayed with me until this moment, I already know something about you. You are hungry. You are searching. You are not satisfied with where you are. And that hunger is a gift. But here's the thing about hunger, it only matters if you feed it with the right food. And the right food is action. Maybe you've been drifting financially. Maybe you've been waiting for the perfect moment to start a new skill, build a business, or finally get control over your spending. Let me be the one to tell you, there is no perfect moment. The perfect moment is right now. And here's where I want you to take the very first step. Subscribe to this channel. Not because it helps me, but because it locks you into a commitment to yourself. It means you've chosen to stay connected to ideas, lessons, and strategies that will push you to grow, week after week. Like this video, not because of a button on the screen, but because it's your way of saying to yourself, I value this message, and I want more of it in my life. Share it with someone you care about, because transformation multiplies when it's not just you on the journey. You might be the reason someone else finally wakes up, finally takes that first step toward a better financial future. And then, this is important, leave a comment below. Not just great video or thanks. I want you to write down, in public, the one change you're committing to making starting today. Because when you put your commitment in writing, and others can see it, you give yourself a powerful kind of accountability. Let me remind you, your bank account is your mirror, and starting now, you hold the pen that will write its next reflection. Maybe you're thinking, I've made too many mistakes. Know your past is not your prison, it's your teacher. Maybe you're saying, I'm starting too late. Know you are right on time, because today is the youngest you'll ever be again. I want you to remember this, 5 years from now, you will arrive somewhere. The only question is, will you arrive somewhere on purpose, or by accident? Will you arrive richer in skills, richer in discipline, richer in opportunities? Or will you arrive with the same mirror, the same reflection, the same frustrations? That decision is being made right now. So here's my challenge. Before you click away, subscribe, like, share, comment your commitment. Do it not for me, but for the version of you 5 years from now who will look back and say, that was the day I stopped wishing and started building. Your bank account is your mirror, your habits are your paintbrush, your daily decisions are your colors. Now go and create a masterpiece worth looking at.